Okay. So, all's good in Horrortown, with the exception of a few things. Well, it's kind of a minor issue, but I'll bring it up. So, as you can see, I've got a very large inventory capacity. No problem. There's a very large number of objects in my inventory, and some things just don't sell very much in the shop. And let me just say that the leftover stew is a really big nest egg. Having that many of them, there's a lot of money wrapped up in that. There's also large quantities of things that just don't cost that much or don't sell for that much, but at that quantity, it's worth keeping all of them. But there's also other items that I just can't really use. Okay, granted, some of this, I can understand that. But, like with these eye drops and earplugs, or are those earplugs? Yeah, they're earplugs. They don't sell very often in the shop. In fact, most of the time, I get clothing in there. And it's kind of irritating, because I've got all these different items, and this shamrock, the four-leaf clover, does not craft with anything. In fact, neither does the yo-yo, the CD, and a few other items that there are shops available that will constantly spawn these things. And I'd like it if I could craft these into more valuable objects, but there simply isn't the option. I would also like it if the shop, which it's got like the scarf, the flowers, and what is this called again? The sewing box. Those are frequently in here. But what's not so frequent are a lot of other things. Like, this happens to show up more times than the leftover stew. And I want to be able to sell some of this stuff and free up my inventory, but even with an extra slot in the pawn shop, which, by the way, I can't get any more slots in here, despite how high my level is, I am constantly butting my head against the wall because I don't want to just get rid of some of this valuable stuff because it's taking up inventory space and doesn't sell. So I'd like it if something could be done about that and have more crafting recipes. Because at this point, I have expanded and added a huge number of items. I've unlocked almost, well, very close to all the characters, except some that can only come out in events. There is also one other issue. I mean, maybe this isn't a big deal for the rest of you. You notice something wiggling off the side here? Some of you may wonder, that's probably nothing. Maybe I'm just seeing things. Until I move over. Oh, wait, it's a baby squid with 4 tentacles. Kind of odd, but not a big deal. Yeah, that wouldn't be a big deal if it wasn't for this thing. The hand of Cthulhu over here on the bottom corner of the screen. I just kind of like to know if maybe you could give me some information on how to deal with this problem. Because I have yet to unlock the ability to craft narwhals that I can just deploy into the ocean to protect my guests who may come here wanting to explore the shoreline. Or, God forbid, the promenade, which is awfully close. And could use some repairs now that I look at it. I just would like to know if maybe we could do something about that. Because it's kind of a big deal in more than one way. So, yeah, Pixel, could you, maybe you don't have to tell me specifically, but the community in general, is there anything in the future that may deal with some of these problems? I'm more interested in the crafting than Cthulhu, because it kind of adds character, and it was a real nice Easter egg to stumble upon, but, you know, it's just some little things, just nothing major. Everything else is fine. I just would like some possible solutions to problems just looming around, you know. They're a vegetarian, right?